Welcome to part number 8 on how to sustainably conquer binge eating. Today, I really want to talk about social events, whether it is a birthday party, a dinner party, wedding, anniversary, or even going on vacation. Being able to navigate social events is so important. Because maybe you are able to, eat well when you're at home, but as soon as you go to social events, it's like all you're thinking about is the food. You're not even present with the people that you're with. You're just thinking about the food. You leave uncomfortably full. And it frustrates you because, again, you care about your family, like you love spending time with them. And it's annoying that you come home from a social event and you're feeling way more full than you would like, or you're just thinking about food the whole time instead of actually being present and having conversations with the people around you, right? And I don't care what other people say, like, oh, you're going to indulge when you're at a birthday party. Oh, you're going to overeat on vacation. Like, screw that. Like, no, you actually don't have to overeat at a dinner party. You don't have to overeat just because it's a wedding and there's a 7-course meal does not mean that you have to come home and be like, waddling around because you're so full, right? So being able to eat like a normal person at social events and not be so attached to the food is so important. Being able to go to a social event and enjoy the food, but that not be the main focus is so important. Because also what I see happen is a few things. So people usually get into the all or nothing mentality at social events because society says, oh, you're going to overeat. Maybe even like your sister or friend is like, oh, look, I'm so full. Haha, I ate too much. And then you just kind of normalize that. Like you think that that's normal. It's not normal to leave social events feeling overly full. Like, of course, you might indulge a little bit more, or you might get extras because like the food is so good. But that's also not an excuse to just overeat. Because when you are overeating, then you're focused on, man, I'm so full. Instead of having a really awesome conversation with your sister-in-law or your mom or your, best friends. Like, it's really hard to be present when, number one, you're thinking about food the whole time, but you're also feeling overly full. Like, you can't be present because then you're thinking, oh my God, look how bloated I look, like how uncomfortable I am, like I ate too much. And then you don't have memories to take with you about that person's wedding. All you're thinking about, oh, I remember Michelle's wedding and oh man, I felt so bloated. Oh, I remember this 5-year-old birthday and I remember, oh my God, I ate too much dessert. Like you can't carry the memories with you when you're so food focused. So being able to navigate social events is so important for that reason. But also number 2, to stay consistent with your habits and routines. It's very easy to say, oh, well, I went out for dinner today and then tomorrow I'm going to a wedding. So, there's no point of doing my workout, or yeah, well, I'm going to go to bed later. So there's no point of getting up early and doing my morning routine. You don't have to say screw it to your habits and routines just because you're going out for dinner, just because you have a wedding. Will your schedule look different? Absolutely, right? If you're going to a stag and doe, if you're going to a wedding, if you're going to a birthday party, and maybe it's, an hour away, or you're staying up later, of course you're going to go to bed later, but you can still prioritize quality sleep. You can still get up the next morning. Maybe you don't get up at 6, but maybe you just do your morning routine as soon as you wake up. You can still get in a walk, even if you missed your, 7 a.m. workout class the next day. You can still prioritize your health. And in fact, when you stop looking at social events like this big thing, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm just going out for dinner. Yeah, we're just going to this wedding. And it's not about the food. It's about the people that you're with and the memories. That's when you stay consistent with your habits and routines, because you're like, not much is going to change. But if you automatically think, oh, well, I'm going to overeat and oh my God, there's going to be so much dessert and I'm probably going to overdo it, then that's when you say, I'm going to overeat. Well, I'm not going to do my workout. Well, I'm going to overeat, so I'm not going to do my routines. You're going to feel so much better walking into social events when you are somebody who takes really good care of yourself. My confidence started to skyrocket when I started being really consistent with my habits and routines. Even if I was going to a wedding or a birthday party or an anniversary or a weekend getaway or on vacation, you show up with so much more confidence because you feel good about how well you're taking care of yourself. When you know you're not taking the best care of yourself, that's also when you lack confidence walking into a social event. You know, it's like when you know that you are taking the best care of yourself, you walk into a social event and you're like glowing. People are like, damn, like you look so healthy, you look so happy. And you're like, yes, I love myself. I feel so good. Like, you know, it's all of those things. And in fact, all the different parts that I shared, part 1 to 7 of all the different parts that I shared so far in conquering binge eating, all those things, all those different pieces of the puzzle are also going to support you in walking into a social event with confidence. When you know you're no longer binging, you can walk into a social event and feel like the real you. When you've actually healed your body image, you're not worried about like, what is Aunt Barbara going to say about my stomach? Like, you love who you are. You know who you are. When you're no longer, eating out of emotion, you show up at a social event with so much more confidence because you're like, I don't do that anymore. Like, this is actually the real me. Right? So navigating social events is really important because there's always going to be birthday parties, weddings, anniversaries. You're going to go out for dinner. But if you are still in the mindset of, well, I'm going to overeat, then you're going to keep on overeating. If you're in the mindset of, I'm going to fall off track, you're not falling off track by going out for dinner. You're not falling off track by going on vacation. Forget about what other people say, like, oh yeah, I'm going to, most people gain a bunch of weight, when going out on vacation. Most people gain weight, or like most people overeat when they go out for dinner. That doesn't have to be your reality. I know people that go out for dinner and they still feel like $1 million. I know for people that have, back-to-back social events, like Friday they're doing this, and then Saturday they're doing this, and then Sunday they have a bridal shower, and they still feel really good. Because it's a choice. It's a choice to change your mindset and stop putting social events on the pedestal to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to overeat. Oh yeah, I'm going to overindulge. Oh, I'm going to feel like crap. No, you're not falling off track. Stop telling yourself that you're falling off track. When you tell yourself you're falling off track, that's when you spiral into the all or nothing mentality and you end up overdoing it. You're not falling off track by going out for dinner. You're not falling off track. Unless you literally get into the all or nothing mentality. But if you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm still going to, prioritize a walk. I'm going to do my morning routine or whatever it is. And then you just show up to the social event. It's just like, yeah, I just showed up. Versus like, oh yeah, I'm going to this wedding tonight, so I'm probably not going to get enough sleep. And yeah, well, that's going to suck. And that's going to throw me off my routine. That sucks. No, it's not about and this is another thing. It's not just about your habits and your routines. This is about also living your life. Go have fun on the wedding. Dance your freaking heart out. Stay up too late. And then tomorrow's a brand new day. You're not going to die by going to bed later one night, or you're not going to die by going out for dinner or have a wedding and then a bridal shower the next day. This is about living your life. This is about celebrating the people that you're with. So your mindset about navigating social events is so important. And I hear this all the time. It's like, oh, it's social events that get me because there's so much food, all the sweets. But you also have to continue utilizing the tools that you already use at home. If you're at home and you're checking in with hunger and fullness and you're checking in, okay, am I actually hungry? Is this a craving? Is this an urge? And then you go to a social event and you're just like, who cares? I know I'm not even hungry and I'm full, but I'm going to have all these cookies anyways. That's doing a disservice for you. You can still apply the same tools, especially actually implement those tools when you're at social events. Okay, we just had dinner. How am I feeling? Do I want dessert? It's not, oh, well, there's so much dessert, so I'm just going to eat it. It's not, oh, well, everyone else is eating dessert. I mean, look at the dessert table. Did you see the dessert table? Holy moly, at this bridal shower, at this wedding, there's a table full of desserts. I have to eat it because I'm going to miss out. No, you're not going to miss out if you don't want it. You're not going to miss out if you're actually full. Just because everyone else is having dessert doesn't mean you have to. Just because, there's an abundance of food doesn't mean eat it all. Just because you're on vacation at an all-inclusive resort doesn't mean go balls to the wall. Just because you're at a buffet doesn't mean eat everything. You still need to tune into your body, tune into your intuition, what's going to feel best for you. How are you going to feel? How are certain foods going to make you feel? You don't always have to have dessert. You don't always need to eat everything just because you're at a bridal shower and there's an abundance of food or a birthday party. You still have to listen to your body. Because people who have a normal relationship with food, they're not like, oh my gosh, look at all the dessert. Like, yes, they get excited. Like, of course, right? Like, I love going to new places and new restaurants and trying different foods. Of course, you're going to get excited, but that is very different than I'm full, but I'm going to eat because I don't want to feel like I'm missing out. I'm full, but I'm just going to eat all the dessert because there's an abundance here and everyone else is eating dessert. Who cares if everyone else is eating dessert? If you are full and you don't want it, don't have it. If it's a buffet and you're like, honestly, I'm not that hungry, then don't eat. Don't feel like you're missing out. You're not. You have made progress with your relationship with food, and don't throw in the towel at social events and be like, oh, well, it's just going to be a crappy weekend. I'm going to fall off track, or yeah, I'm going on vacation. So probably going to gain a bunch of weight, or I'm going on vacation. So probably going to overeat. That doesn't have to be a reality. Let go of that story. Let go of that story. Let go of that story. That does not have to be a reality. I go on vacation and I feel so freaking good. It's like Andrew and I went to Costa Rica, Japan, Greece. And when we're traveling, I feel so good because I don't use it as an excuse to overeat. Yes, I try all the delicious foods, but I'm still very in tune with my body. You can still stop when you're full. You can still, your partner can say yes to dessert and maybe you're full and you don't get it that night. Don't feel like I have to because I have to take advantage, or I'm on vacation, or, we're at this wedding, so might as well. It's no, you don't want to leave the social event feeling overly full and bloated. You are a freaking badass, and badasses don't stuff themselves. It's badasses know how to trust themselves and listen to their body, and they don't feel FOMO. They don't feel like they're missing out if they say no to certain foods that don't make them feel well or they're already full. So mastering social events and being able to navigate them is so important if you want to conquer binge eating, because there's nothing worse than feeling really good and then you're like, I have a social event, I'm probably going to overeat, and then you overeat. Then it feels like, I have to start back to square one. You don't have to start back at square one. There's going to be so many social events in your time. Even just in 1 year, right? If you think about it, there's there's Valentine's Day. There is your birthday. There's probably an anniversary. There's probably another family's, multiple families' birthdays. There's probably going to be a wedding or a bridal shower, right? There's Christmas, there's Halloween, there's New Year's, there's Thanksgiving. There's so many holidays, social events, birthdays, weddings, bridal showers. And if you know how to navigate them, then you can continue feeling so good all freaking year long. But if that is something that throws you off track, that's when it's always going to be the start, stop mentality of I'm doing well. Oh, shoot, there's a dinner party. Well, I'm probably going to fall off track. I'm probably going to overeat. Okay, I'm doing really well. Oh, crap, it's Thanksgiving. We're probably going to eat so much. I'm going to have to do better after that social event. It's no, you got to feel good all the freaking time. Even if you have 5 social events in 1 weekend, or you have, multiple events in 1 month, you still get to feel really good. It's a choice. It's a decision to still take really good care of yourself. And when you know how to navigate social events, you will continue feeling really good all the time. So included inside of Conquer, I have my program, the Social Food Reset. And that's where I talk about all of this. I talk about navigating social events, the sweets table, how to focus more on the people that you're with than the food, how to actually navigate vacations, how to easily say no to dessert when you're full without feeling like you're missing out, how to shift your mindset, how to confidently leave every single wedding, party, social event comfortably full, not overly full. And that's a very important aspect. So this is the next part of being able to sustainably conquer binge eating. I will see you inside part number 9, I believe it's part number 9. The next part on how to sustainably conquer binge eating.